think I see our faces on stream.
Oh, hello. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to a brand new press conference where we're of course welcoming the one and only Sleepy to
Hello.
Velocity Gaming. I'm super excited, but Sleepy, take it away. Let the fam
Well,
know who you are, what you're doing here.
all right. Well, hello everybody. Hey, CA. Hey, Manoj. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm Sleepy. I was a Valorant coach, but I jumped here and there. I do some content. I do some casting as well. I've always been a gamer. I think I touched my first FPS game when I was like 5 or 6 years old. So it's been what 20 years now being involved with FPS, and I just love the game. I love the genre, um, and it's always been a dream for me to get into esports, and I've only gotten to realize that last year. So it's crazy to think that people know me today because I've only started, being a part of esports, the industry, since last year. So I'm just grateful for all these opportunities that I've been able to get, and I'm also glad that I did get some achievements along the way. So at least people know that, oh yeah, he's okay. It's not like he's a fraud, and hence that led me here. And Euphoria and Sentinel reached out to me, and I was like, this could be interesting. But that was a few months ago, right? Sentinel.
Yeah.
We kind of had to stop because you guys were going through some stuff, but then we got in touch again, and now we're here. So that's a bit of my story.
Destiny, I would say.
No, that's the right word, I would say, because I was telling Sentinel the other day. You guys came to me at kind of the perfect time because I was figuring out where to go from early this year, because I stepped down from Alter Ego last year, December, and I was just trying to, taste a few of the things that's involved in esports, like casting, content, and all the sorts. And come April, I get COVID, and I had to cancel all my casting. I didn't do any content, and I was like, where should I be going after this? Should I go back to casting, content, everything? But then I thought about coaching again because it was sparked by that time we watched VLT on stream. As I was doing the watch party, I was like, ooh, I can fix a lot of this. So it wasn't VLT specifically, it was just that competitive spirit that woke up again after watching these people compete. Last year I was in the midst of everything, and early this year I was out of it, but I guess I was kind of curious, ooh, what could I have done? So that's the step that I want to take again.
Yeah, actually, since you mentioned the steps aspect, I think a lot of our supporters are curious about how we're going to be navigating this relationship going forward. So actually, I'll ask Sentinel yourself first because I know you have a specific vision in mind. So do let our supporters know about that vision a little bit.
No, the thing about coach has been on the cards, I would say, since December. December 24th is when we had our last meeting, my team meeting, trying to set ourselves an objective for 2022, because I did have our meeting with Riot in the month of November. So I know the roadmap for 2022. So then that's when, once we are done with all the local tournaments, had the team come out to my place. We had a lengthy discussion as to what is that we want to do. In that, many things were there. Obviously, lineup was on the cards. Who would be playing five? What would be the composition? And all that. Back then, we were still a 7-man roster, so it was a little complicated at that point of time. So then, no matter what, we ended up at one point saying that we need a coach. And for me, coach is not a guy who comes in and tells us what to do. That is, yes, that as a coach, it defines that it has to be tell us what to do, but it also is how we can do what we're doing better. Because I know for a fact we are there. We're not at level 0. If you are, let's say you get a new kid on the block and do it, then you have to obviously tell him from scratch. We are not there. We are probably at what, 40, 50%, 60% compared to other teams. So now how do we take that 60% to 100%? So that means there are a few things that are already built into the players but have to be unlocked. which obviously I spoke to you a couple of days back as well. A lot of players that are there in the lineup have huge potentials.
Mm.
It's for me, I found it very hard to unlock them. Give them that confidence, give them that key, saying that, hey, you can do this. Please go and do it. And I did reach out to many different coaches. Spoken to a couple of European coaches, NA coaches, and I've got some incredible offers, ridiculous numbers, and all that. But again, it all comes down to the fact, how comfortable are we with that guy? Does that guy also share the same vision what VLT has? Me as a org owner is pretty simple task for me. My vision is to put India on world stage. That's it. There is no other thing for me. My targets are very simple. So is the coach also sharing the same thing? Because so that found that marriage, it is very difficult for me to find in this real world scenario. So we kept on looking and all that, and luckily during the qualifiers, VCT challenges, I did watch your watch party doing there because a couple of people suggested me to do it, but Anuj already saw your streams. I have not seen your streams. I was watching my content creators and all those people who are doing it. But then Anuj messaged me saying that Anna, just watch his streams when we play once and let me know what you think. And it's almost like you're reading the mind what Anuj reads. It's exactly the same. The way we discuss during the games, right after the game, we look at a couple of rounds and see why this happened over there, what could have been done better, and all that. You've told exactly the same thing, word to word, time to time, everything. And we said, this guy is thinking the same way that we are thinking. And he's not talking about the other stuff, he's talking about the in game stuff, which needs fixing, which needs tweaking and stuff, which is what we are looking at. We don't want something, in such a way that we have to start from scratch. We don't want to do that. How do we do things that we do better? And that was exactly what you were saying on that stream. And then it's like, 4 months down the line, I mean, this happened, what, in the month of March.
Yes.
And then we had April. We still had the same discussion. And we're in May. We're still having the same discussion. And we still came back to you. And so Destiny has written a saying that, you're still available to come and join because, it's very hard to find skilled people in this industry because we are not too many of us. We are a very small, limited crowd, even if you take internationally as well. We are not like, software engineers where you have 1 million people and to choose from. We don't have that luxury.
Right.
So to find that right guy was, a task which I have been personally searching for last 5 months this year. And finally, here we are.
Wow. I'm having goosebumps along the story because it's insane how aligned we are, honestly. Because you mentioned something about, not building things from scratch. And I feel like that's important because when I looked at VLT, the feeling that I get was no, it wasn't this team needs to be rebuilt. No, the feeling that I got was that, oh, they're good. They have the mechanical skills. They have some idea of how to play the game right, but they're just missing details that I feel like could easily be fixed as long as someone is there to help them see the direction. And I felt like that is what I do primarily when I was coaching my previous team in Alter Ego. I basically just help the team realize things that they don't see in the game because they're so busy playing, right? And so my role, and we'll get to that consultant versus coaching thing because everybody's asking, right? What's the difference between consulting and coaching? But before that, I just want to describe what I did with Alter Ego. In the first 6 months that I coached them, and we finally won our regional competition. We placed first in Indonesia, and then we got third in Southeast Asia, which was one best of 3 away from Berlin. And I'm still regretting it till today, but here's another chance. So what I did was basically help the players understand what they need to do. And I feel like that's what a lot of players are missing. Like they just don't see the game as a whole, I guess. They're really focused on their crosshairs, which is good, and they should be focusing on their crosshair, but they're missing the vision of the team. And when they do have a vision, it's mostly separated, right? Each player has their own brains, each player have their own understanding of the game, and my role back then was to just unify them. And once we have that unified vision, it's so easy to play the game. It's almost criminal how easy some of the games we played after 6 months. So it did take some time, and it was a struggle. It was crazy hard the first few ones. We even lost first round of one of the qualifiers, and that was like the breaking point of the team. But the next qualifier, we just won everything. So that's what I'm hoping to go to here in VLT. So maybe we can get to that consultant versus coaching role.
Yeah, let's just get started with that itself. I think with you, actually, I think it'll be easier for them to understand with you explaining it.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's go. So when I talked to Sentinel, of course he was interested to bring a coach full time that's dedicated to the team all the way, right? Which I think is also very important. We need someone to be committed and to be there with the team all the way. But I was telling Sentinel, and I'm sure for those of you guys who've been watching me on my streams, I've been telling people that building systems and fundamentals into a team will take some time. And I feel like it's a waste if you bring me in full time right away, right? In terms of, the pay, maybe. Like, you're paying me full time, but for me to do what? Just VOD reviews and stuff like that? That's not worth it. So, Sentinel, I said to him, why don't you bring me part time? Or for this month, since I still have prior commitments, don't bring me in part time even. Just let me take a look at your team and I guess paint a picture of how this team is functioning right now. And once I have a good understanding of that, then I'll know what to do, right? So I guess a consultant is sort of like a third perspective, I can help you guys see the things that are wrong with the team. I can help you guys see the things that are already good with the team. And then we'll talk about what we can do to maximize everything later. So a consultant is doing that. And if everything is good, if you like me and I like you guys, then maybe we can build a stronger relationship down the line. But for now, it's just about me understanding the team and giving you guys feedback based on that.
And on that basis, Sentinel, I just want to ask you, because we've had so many chats about, the next year and what is coming for Velocity Gaming and how, bringing Sleepy on is more about, the long-term aspect. So I want to ask you, from the supporters, that long-term vision, what they can expect from Velocity.
I mean, this is, it comes down to, again, addressing the audience and their expectations as well. Because when there is a change in the team, I mean, let it be we letting go of Vibor and adding MW1, or now adding Sleepy into the roster, they expect results tomorrow. So that is how the audience perspective is going forward. I mean, VLTV, obviously, with a team like Velocity Gaming, there are a lot of expectations from the audience because they want to. We have done a few things which no other team has done in the world. So look, coming from that kind of a background to have that kind of a history, and now they expect more. What is next for VLT? What is next? So it's always it's like you need to know. You have to have a longer vision, long-term vision, like what you want to achieve, and break it down into a few steps. The first and foremost is my long-term vision is obviously to put this team or an Indian team on world stage. Okay, then it comes down to what team is it. So the team consists of playing five. Who do you think are those playing five who can make it happen for you? It's not that Vibor is not good and NW1 is better than him and all that. How flexible we are in terms of roles. We are playing with 50 different agents now. How flexible are we? How can a player suit a different role in a different map? And you have 7 maps right now. So how flexible are we, in that approach? So in that you need to understand which is the good playing five going forward. And then what is that the team needs in terms of assistance? Do they need somebody to do some of the hard, heavy lifting for them? Or are the players doing it? We have done it. We have done the hard lifting. We have achieved things without anyone, without CA, without Sleepy. Just the playing five, we have done some incredible things. But going forward from here is, a path that is not known. It's a path unknown for us. There is no clear direction or a vision. We can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but we are already inside the tunnel. So we don't know what we are doing. So at this point of time is when I understood that we need somebody who can, give us the direction. Let us know what we are doing right or wrong. So to everyone watching right now, don't expect results tomorrow or don't expect results tonight in the match as well. Sleepy has not done anything, guys. It's even if we win or lose, if we win, give the credit to him. I have no issues. But if we lose, please don't spam his Twitter. But
I don't
Sleepy
mind.
coming in, it's a 1 year goal for us, 2 year goal for us. Seeing, how we can take this team forward under his direction, under his, guiding guidance and things like that. So things to evolve, things to mature, people also to understand, players also to understand takes time. So we need to have that patience and commitment towards the job. As long as you feel that the direction that you have taken is right, the decision that you have to taken is right, you have to be patient. Results will come. If not today, they'll come tomorrow. But that is what I felt in making everything happen with regards to the roster, with regards to the coaching staff, the players, everyone that's involved in VLT right now. So this is, I think, this team as such, we all together, the playing five and you guys, I think we can do some incredible things going forward. Somehow, I have that feeling. I don't know why, but it's there.
I feel it too, and if I can just add on to that, it's so important the part where you said this goal is not a short-term one, it's a long-term one, and that was the exact thing that I was telling you guys before we even talked about me joining the team, right? It's so important to realize that everything needs time. It's not to say that we can't achieve results in the short term, but if we want to be that solid team that just plays well, that will take some time. And I'm so glad that you see that same factor, and you don't mind taking playing the long game, because I've been approached by a few other orgs, but I feel like they don't have that same patience as you guys do, and therefore I had to turn them down. But this time it was like, it just fits well. We have that same vision, we have that same understanding that this will take some time, and you guys are telling me that you guys have that time. So I thought, okay, maybe this is where I can have an impact, because that was what I felt in my previous org. If they were the kind of org that expects results tomorrow or in a week or in a month, I would have been kicked the first month or two, because we went from the undefeated champions in 2020 to losing almost all our finals in the early part of 2021. I was getting a lot of hate already back then, but the org trusted me and gave us some time, and then we finally placed third. And I don't mind you guys blaming me, honestly. If you guys want to blame me, even before we started this conference, I've already gotten a few DMs saying, you know what, don't do it, Sleepy, don't do it. And I was like, guys, this is exactly why I need to come in. If you guys are believing that this team is hopeless, whatever you call this team sucks, whatever, isn't that the exact reason why I should be here? To help them see what's wrong and help them build up back to where they once were. Because if you are already a good team, why are you bringing me in then? I can't help you fix things. So I feel that
I've got this reply from a couple of coaches as well.
Okay.
There's a specific coach that replied to me saying that it doesn't add value to my resume to join as a coach for VLT.
Wow. Okay. That is interesting.
Yeah. So it again questions. It made me question my decision itself.
Right.
See, the reason why I'm getting the coach is because to deliver results.
Yes.
See, if there is a number one team and you're a coach for that, are you adding value to your resume by doing that? Or if there is a number 10 team and you're a coach and you're bringing that to at least fifth position, which is adding value to your resume.
Yes.
So I honestly lost it at that point of time. I guess, okay, thank you so much for your reply, and just ended my discussion over there. So
that's the difference in understanding of what value means, right? Like for us, value means bringing something from somewhere that's not really good, I guess, to somewhere that's respectable. And I'm hoping that I can do that. And this is the hard part about being a coach. You never know if you're actually good. I mean, I'm confident in my abilities. I know I'm pretty good with what I do, but of course there are moments, like back then in early 2021, I was losing all my grand finals and people were like, "Yo, can you even coach?" Yeah, can I even coach? That was like the question that was banging my head. And once results started coming in, I got that confidence, and now I have that confidence that I can bring so much value. Actually, like I watched our game versus Revenant the other day where we almost lost, and I already saw some of the things that I know I will be focusing on for the team, and I'm sure that will help us a lot in the next few weeks. So maybe that will help in our next VCT run for stage 2 this year. Maybe not, but what I can promise is we'll see progress, and I think that's good enough for everyone.
Yeah, 100%. I think
Alright.
as like a part of the organization, as a fan of the organization, I think it's all about progress.
Yeah.
It's about where we go from where we were. I'm excited to work with you as well. It's
Me
just
too.
Because
Me
Sia
too.
has seen us at our very peak, and he has
Yes.
seen us at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because
Bottom. Yeah.
2020, he was casting out tournaments, and
Yes.
there is no
Yeah.
tournament that we had lost. Every tournament that we played, we won.
Yep.
So he's been there, he's seen that. And coming in 2021, we had our own, we found our kryptonite over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's a journey. I would say the game itself is what, 2 years old.
Yeah.
So
2
in
years
two
old.
years, 3 years, yeah. So in that short span of time, doing these kind of things builds up something for a greater good. Australis was not a world number one team in day one. They took time to get to that level. So we need to also have that patience to, build the right team, build the right mindset into the players, right attitude into the players, and everything takes time. So we were ready to do that.
Mm.
So that and you also rightly said that you wanted to do it because at this point of time you were also figuring out what is
Yeah.
your way forward. So
Correct.
I think everything fell in place at the right time for all of us, I would say.
Yeah. That is very true. Maybe I can address one of the things that I think a lot of our fans and friends are asking, which is, will I be coaching tonight? When will I start coaching? So I told Sentinel, and now I'm telling CA and the rest, I guess. I'm not sure I'll be coming in as a coach, filling that coach slot yet, because as I said, at this point, it's all about me understanding the team. I'm on diagnosis mode. It's the analogy that I always use as doctors. When
Yeah.
you go to a doctor saying you got a stomach ache, they don't decide right away you need an operation, right? We need to diagnose you, see what's actually wrong, what's causing those things, and then decide on a prognosis and give you a doctor's recipe. So it'll take some time. I'm not even involved with the current tournament, as Sentinel said. Like, I'm not involved yet. I'm just here to
Yeah.
watch them and just diagnose, and then we'll give them inputs, and hopefully that will help. So it's a long game, guys. And I'm hoping that we can achieve results from that, but it's
Yeah.
going to be a few
So I
months
would
down the
say,
line.
guys, who are watching, mid to end of June. Don't expect
Yes.
Sleepy to be in that slot till end of June.
Yeah.
So we're still on our own, power and that thing to go forward for the challenges as well. So
Yeah. I think the best way to describe it for like the way at least when Sentinel told me that you were gonna come on, way I was thinking about it was that it's like we're going Super Saiyan mode this month with Sleepy coming on, but we still have the same plan. We
yeah.
after APAC we were all a little frustrated with the way it ended, and we had something in mind that we wanted to do. We're still gonna do that. And like Sleepy said, he has certain commitments, so he's gonna make sure we do that. To the best of his capability. That's why I'm excited personally, because I think more than anything, it's going to be a big boon for me to have someone to work with. And that's why I think over the next month, just don't judge us today, is all I'm going to say. Just wait and watch for what is to come. I'm 100% sure like y'all are going to love it.
I
Yeah.
agree.
If chat has any other questions, you can let us know. I think so. Okay. I'll also just inform. So these kinds of press conferences around announcements, we'll be doing a lot more around anything that happens before and after big matches. So we'll keep having these. So you can keep asking. Don't worry. This is not like one and done. But with Sleepy coming in, it was the perfect moment for us to start because this is a big deal, So yeah, if you guys have anything you'd like to ask Sleepy or even
Are you coming
send
to
to
India? Sleepy, are you
Oh
coming to
yeah,
India?
good question.
That is a great question. I was wondering if I was going to be able to move to India, but I might at one point visit. I'm not sure if I can move and commit like full time there because I have my, personal commitments like girlfriend here, and that might be a tough thing to work out because, believe it or not, my mental health has been supported so much by my lady, and I think
I
it's
feel that.
best for everyone.
Don't
even
we
the
all?
team. Don't we all, right? If I don't have her around, I don't know if I can contribute as a coach to VLT. So maybe I'll visit, like, on some of the important matches we'll have. Maybe I can go to the boot camp and stuff like that. But mostly we'll be doing it online. And it's been proven that it works. So I don't think it's necessary for us to spend extra money to just, move a body around and just be as efficient as we can for now.
Yeah, plus like if there's anything specific, guys, that Sleepy wants the team to do, which requires a presence,
Yeah.
I'm always there to execute what he
There you
wants. So.
go. Damn, I love this already. Shit.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, so I was in an airport when Sentinel first called me and told me that, hey, so we've almost finalized things. So I was leaving London when he was like, so we're talking to Sleepy. It might happen. And then I was in the airport. Sentinel calls me like, okay, so I think it's happening. Let's get excited. I couldn't sit down in the airport. I had like a 4-hour wait. I was just walking around. Okay, we're gonna do this with Sleepy. We're gonna do that, and it was just very exciting. And yeah, I wish we could tell you guys, but we can't, honestly, mostly because we haven't got a chance to really interact together as a team.
Yeah.
Also because we have something big coming up. So just wait.
All right.
But yeah, anything else, chat, you want to know? Anything? Okay, so I'll ask this because I've been thinking about a lot of content perspectives. Anything you want to see Sleepy do, particularly on the VLT channel, you can tell us. Now that we have him, we can definitely make use,
Okay. Yeah, please do. Please do.
Someone's asking, what do you see that team is lacking majorly? You think the team can learn from the mistakes?
Learning from mistakes, obviously. It's actually the most basic requirement that any player and any team needs to have, right? You have to know how to learn from your mistakes. And for now, I think what's lacking from a team is just some basic, not to say basic, but more in-depth understanding of the game that will make them decide things easier. And so, if you look at their games, let's say the game they played against Revenant, I was VOD reviewing their Breeze game, which they lost. I was just thinking that, this team knows how to execute well, they know how to play their utilities, but when it comes to separated defaults, stuff like that, each player are kind of confused, right? So that's one of the things that I can share right now. Some of the things lacking here is that we just need our players to understand the game much deeper, and therefore it'll be so much easier to do things in game.
Oh my god, this is a term that you have just used. Separated. I don't know when they're going to get together.
Has that been the worry that you have?
That is the only word throughout the challenges, honestly. Why are you separated?
Separated, yeah.
Good. I'll tell you an interesting story as well, Sleepy. During the challenges, Anuj's mom was watching the game. So this was a game. This is the finals for our qualifiers.
Okay.
So VCC finals.
VCC, right?
So we played against Global Esports. So mom next day morning calls up Anuj, congratulates him for the victory and all that, and he asks, I see Global Esports playing. They play as a team. They're all together wherever they go. Why are you guys separated? Why everyone goes, one guy goes there, one guy goes there.
This is Amaterasu's mom saying that?
This is Amaterasu's mom saying it.
Wow. Even moms can tell. Wow. Okay.
So I see them, going together. So if somebody is there, there are 3-4 people shooting. You guys are, there's only one guy. Why is that? And like Anuj is like 15 years, I was not able to understand. Don't ask me now.
Okay, well there you have it, guys. That's one thing that we can work out in the next few weeks.
Yeah, and I mean, this is where I think I'm a little biased. I think Sleepy will become biased in a few weeks when
I
he
will.
gets a chance to look at our scrims.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, what we have in our scrims
No,
never
no
translate.
scrims. I am telling you, Sleepy, don't watch the scrims. Please don't. Please
No,
don't
because
watch
honestly,
scrims.
if you see scrims, you'll be like, wait a second, we can maybe win it. And then you'll see our matches and be like,
Oh, you're
who
talking
is
about the
this
results of
imposter?
Scrims.
2 days,
Esports.
No,
a
I
day
mean, even the
before
way
our
we play.
match,
Right,
the day before our match with Full Sense,
Yeah.
we played against Bleed.
Oh,
And
Okay,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Bleed asked us, like we were chatting about
Yeah.
how Full Sense plays with Bleed players and all that. They have asked us if we want to scrim against them. And we have scrimmed heaven and bind. I'll not reveal the results here.
Okay.
But I was there behind them watching my team play against Bleed, the best team over there. And then next day I see Full Sense. I was like, what the hell is happening here?
yeah.
Is this the same team or they've done something different? So please don't
Okay.
watch my team play scrims. We are Australis in scrims, but people don't believe us because obviously there is no video proof
There's
of
no
it.
videos. Yes.
Yeah,
I
so we
understand.
are
No, I
Australis in
recorded our
scrims.
scrims this week. Send them
No,
to you.
okay. I get it. That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Just from that story, I feel like we can learn a few things, right? Maybe
Yep.
there are things that's not transferring from the scrims to the matches. What is it? Is it confidence? Is it players forgetting things from what we practice? Those things really matter a lot, and I feel like I've figured a few things out. To how to help these kinds of things. Like forgetting things, lack of confidence going into an actual
That
match versus
forgetting
going to
things is
scrims.
100% is something that you got to focus on because me
Okay.
and Slie
Yeah.
discuss about a lot of things which are related outside the game. We are predominantly a momentum based team.
Right.
We rely a lot on momentum. Like Full Sense game, we were 8-1, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong in heaven.
Yeah.
And that one round which we whiffed, and after that we had lost what 13-9, 13-10.
Heartbreaking.
So it's always that. So every match that you see,
Yeah.
there is one round after a huge lead which causes us to lose that momentum, break that momentum, and
Mm.
it literally throw away the game.
Okay.
So again, it comes down to confidence. It comes down to transferring what you have learned in scrims into the game. So all that obviously this is a learning curve even for you. This
It
is
is.
me talking after 2 years of almost giving up,
Exactly.
thinking that this is nothing I can do rather than just sitting here.
No, that is a crazy good term you were saying about learning curve. Like as a coach, it doesn't or now a consultant and later maybe a coach. It doesn't mean I know everything. It doesn't mean that I have all the answers. I'm also learning. I'm a much better coach than I was a year ago, and I'm confident that I'll be learning a lot more things now as well because I've predominantly worked with younger players, and now I'll be playing with my peers or maybe even older players with more experience. So it's going to be a two-way street where they will learn a few things from me because I have the third perspective. And I'll be learning from them a lot because they have the experience and they're the ones playing inside the game in this region, which I've only been watching bits here and there, right? So it's gonna be a fun journey, I guess. That's why I'm excited. I was telling Sentinel and yeah, I was kind of nervous going into this press conference because it's a new thing, it's a new challenge. I don't usually get nervous these things, but it's a totally new thing, and yeah, I hope you guys can help me out here. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, how are you feeling now? Is what I'm gonna ask you. So we're about like half an hour into our
Yeah.
conference. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great because I see a lot of support from chat as well. I love you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. And of course, talking to you guys and discussing things about the team that I feel like just makes sense means that we do have the same vision, and it's not going to be hard for us to talk things through because there will be problems along the way, right? Where we disagree on things, but I feel like those disagreements will only come because we have different ways of achieving the same vision, and therefore we can learn again from each other because we have these different perspectives, and our interest is just to give the team the best that they can get. And if we can just focus on that, I'm sure we're gonna have some good results and a good time. So I feel great. Thank you for asking, Sia.
Yeah, and that point is so important that you mentioned, guys. I think the best way to clarify all of your like coach, consultant,
Yeah,
analyst questions is we're all just working for the same goal.
that's right.
Like Sentinel said, it's his dream to get India on the international stage.
Yes,
It's why we're here. We're gonna do our. I feel like even very best is an understatement. We're gonna do literally everything we can
exactly.
to
Yeah,
make it happen. So I think that's the best way to cap it off.
yeah. Just one more thing I wanted to add. It's always been a dream. The first time I decided to become a coach, it was exactly that. You know, I was wondering the same thing. Why does Indonesia suck so much? Why can't we just get out there and compete at the same level as all these other teams outside, right? And we were so close too. Like we would have been the first Indonesian team to go to Masters, but of course we got wrecked by JC Vash and Dubstep from Brand Esports, then Team Secret now.
Team Secret now, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like India is kind of that same, in the same state where we get a lot of support, we get a lot of talent, but we just can't break through that barrier.
Yeah.
And I would love to think that I kind of figured out some way to break that barrier, and I would love to bring it here and test it out, you know, and it's eventually it's the same vision that we got aligned, you know. We want to break through that barrier, and the only thing that I can hope for is that will work out for us in the next year. And
It's I think it's also a
yeah.
mindset, Sleepy. We Indians, to be very naive, take it any sport. We we underestimate ourselves to the most extent, to the most this thing. Let it be cricket. Until the '83 World Cup happened, we not a single Indian believed that India can be a world champion in cricket, the most played game in India, more than the people who taught us actually. So until that point, nobody believed that. Test cricket number one until Saurav Ganguly, who was the best captain that we had, came in and proved that we can do it. Nobody believed. So all it takes for us is to just prove it once. Just show the people and the players that once, if you show them that yes, you can do it, then there is no looking back. We have what it takes, but the only reason we are unable to jump over it is the barrier that we set ourselves. And that is what I've been trying to break since last 2 years, telling them that this and all that, but no.
Yeah. And we got a prime example in the Southeast Asian region that is Paper Eggs. They got
Paper Eggs,
yeah, in the world.
exactly.
Yeah, that is like an inspiration to me, and honestly, it played a part this year to my decision wanting to go back to coaching again. Because if Paper Eggs can do it, guys, it's just a matter of time until we have that same opportunity.
So I do 100 different things to prick my players. I buy Paper X jersey. That's the only other jersey I have other than my own. Yesterday in Jinx chat, I've given 100 subs.
I saw that. That was
all
awesome.
these things I do. Having an own team, own players, and all that. Me supporting something else. I wanted to hit them where it matters. Your own owner is not doing things for you and is doing it for someone else. Look at where you are. And I'm very, very honest. I've been the biggest critic of my team.
Yeah.
No matter when they win, what they win, I've never appreciated them. Let them win VCC when they've qualified, beat GE after being 11-7 down. I have not appreciated. I've said, that's good job. That's it. We have, because it is not done until it is done for me. My vision, unless we reach that place, no, you will not get a single appreciation post from my side. No. I'm that kind of a person.
No, but I can respect that because at this level, that's like a requirement, So if you win VCC, all right, that is what
you're supposed to do. That
you're supposed to do that anyway. But yeah, I agree with you. Like, I think we have to come to this with a mindset that this is already a standard that we're playing with. We cannot congratulate ourselves for doing the bare minimum. We have to congratulate ourselves when we can reach greater heights, and that's the aim for the next year or two. And I guess we can expect some congratulations from Sentinel once we reach that. Yeah.
I'll be the first one to do it.
All right. Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm just excited. We've got our captain in the chat, Amaterasu. I think I'm sure he is too.
Hello, Anuj.
Go and prepare for the game, Anuj. This is not.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
I think we are nearing though the end of this
Yeah.
whole conference, which is why I'll ask you, chat, one last time. If you have anything you'd like to ask Sleepy or not even me, you just go for it. I think mostly Sleepy because I don't know when we're gonna get a chance to talk to Sleepy live again. Hopefully soon.
Hopefully,
But
Yeah.
while you have your chance, go for it. Actually, I noticed one thing that I am curious. I'm going to rephrase. So they asked who is your favorite player in VLT. I'm just going to rephrase that slightly.
Okay.
No, I don't want you to
Okay.
pick favorites yet. But like, is there any like particular player that's caught your eye that you really want to work with? Someone you want to help grow particularly, or anything in general like that?
I think there are two players. I think Hellff is crazy sharp, and I
Yeah.
feel like he can be way more flexible as a player. And I'm curious to try that out with maybe new lineups or him playing different agents. And the other one is MW1. He just got back, and I saw in him the crazy player that he should be, but I feel like he's lacking some confidence, or maybe he's just not warmed up yet because he just got back, right?
Yeah.
As I understand it, he just got back into competitive play again, and he needs some time to warm up. But I feel like we talked about the Sentinel. If we can unlock this guy, I think it's gonna be an insane run for VLT. But of course, the rest of the players are very interesting too. There are a few things I want to work out. Amaterasu as well because he's the IGL and the captain of the team. So primarily, when I coach a team, I focus a lot on decision making. So therefore, it's very heavily related to the IGL and the direction of the team. So I'll be working out with him as well. And well, Deathmaker is insane. Right to Ace has always been there. No, you don't think so?
DM, not for me, not yet.
Okay.
The DM I know is not the same DM that is there right now.
Right.
It's because like
It's the same thing.
we know his
he
peak.
needs to unlock himself. Yeah.
Okay. You've seen his peak, but now he's not there.
Oh
Is
my
that-
God, Sleepy. He's. I mean, it would be harsh for me to say it, but
Okay.
he's on the same level as EU, NA, PaperX, those players. The mechanical skill he has,
Yeah.
and the amount of work he puts in. So if you look at as a ratio, like somebody does 15 hours of hard work to get one job done.
Yes.
This guy does zero hard work and he's there. Imagine he doing that 15 hours of work. Then what?
So that's the first feedback. He doesn't work hard enough. Okay, noted.
So it's like that. So every player has a story
Yes.
where I know what they can do,
Yes.
what they are doing right now, and what's stopping them from doing it.
Yes.
So obviously you will also know it within a week. It's not a very big task. Half the chat knows it. In a very sensible way, I say that VLT doesn't need a coach because if you just look at the tournament chat, you get all these suggestions.
You get all the answers
for free. So there's absolutely not yet, but I need somebody to do that work for me.
Yes, I get it. Okay,
So
there you go. I have my work cut out for me, so that's exactly what I'll be doing. As I said, being a consultant, that's literally my job. Just get to know everyone and understand their obstacles and help them overcome those things, and it's gonna be fun.
The DM is the same guy who was done what 44 or a 49 kill streak.
I casted that game. I remember.
A 21-19 victory for us against Global Esports, the same team. They were called God Squad back there. So 44 kill streak and a 21-19 score line.
Damn.
And not an operator. Just pure
rifles.
Just rifles.
Oh my God.
And knives.
I was like, why isn't this guy in this team? Why is he playing for God Squad? So a year later, obviously, I get him in, and there is a mental block again. It's like that.
Okay. That's great.
I think,
dude, doing this press conference is actually doing my job because I'm learning so much about the team from these stories. So I'm looking forward to hearing more.
Yeah, there's these small things I think about every player that I will also brief you about before we get to the team.
You.
And yeah, guys, just get hyped. I want to see some feel the velocity. In fact, you know what? Let's change that. Let's make it feel the sleepy hashtags in the chat. Let's create some love
feel
for
the
our man.
Sleepy.
Right? Let's go.
Doesn't sound good. Everybody's just gonna be, what is this? Feel the sleep, but okay.
Yesterday, I've been teasing them on Twitter since yesterday.
Yeah, I
feeling
saw
very
that.
sleepy.
Yeah.
I love how we're just open with it. It's not like some secret or
Yeah.
a big hype announcement and then boom, like whatever, dude. We're just gonna get to work because that's what we're here for, right? So
No, that's how I work as well, Sleepy. I'm very
Yeah.
open with my fans and community.
That's
They
great.
know each and everything, including the financials of VLT.
Wow.
There is nothing to hide for me because this as an industry I
Yeah.
feel it's a growing industry for
It
me
is. It
in
is.
the entire India region. So people need to understand if they are choosing this as a career, what are you getting into?
Yeah.
What is that you lose? What is that you gain?
Wow.
So I wanted to keep because I was a player back in 2006, 7, 8 where I had access to nothing.
Yeah.
We did not have watch, we
Wow.
don't have anything. CS 1.6.
Crazy.
We used to watch 3D, NIP, complexity.
Yeah.
Players like them play and just learn from them. So I always felt if at all I got a chance to do this all over again, I would like to be the best facility that I can provide to the Indian players. So that was the dream of starting VLT. So I have nothing to hide. There's no secret here. Everything is open for everyone to look at, learn, understand, then take a decision on your own.
I respect that so much because
Yeah.
that's exactly what I've been trying to do as well with all my coaching videos on YouTube and the VOD reviews that I do. Yeah, that's the same. That's another thing that I guess we share. The vision of just getting on this journey together with the fans and the people supporting us. Because what is esports without them? So
Yeah.
that's great. Can't wait.
Facts.
Thank you so much, Slippy. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
accepting
guys.
the request.
Of course,
And
yeah.
working around your commitments because obviously you wanted to do it. You don't want to waste time as well. So thank you for
Thank you,
everything that
guys.
you have done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank you
Alright.
for taking the time, both of you, coming today.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Sue.
chat, for turning up. Sleepy, I'll talk to you on
Yes.
text
Let's
right
do it.
after this.
Good luck
But
tonight.
thank you.
I'll be
Thank
watching.
you.
Yeah.
I won't be watching.
You won't be watching.
I know it's China is so
I,
traumatized.
I'm traumatized now.
Yeah.
No way.
So this is a
It's
mission
okay,
for
sir.
us.
I'll
No,
text you
as much
after
as I
3 maps.
can't, as much as I've seen the team win, I want to enjoy the victory, but
Yeah.
I also can't see them lose. So it's like that. It's both sides for me.
Okay. That's one of our goals then, Sia. We need Sentinel to want to watch.
Yeah,
our
we
games
need
again.
to
Make me watch
de-traumatize
them.
them.
De-traumatize it.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay.
Let's go. I think Sentinel will get de-traumatized when we reach Iceland, so we'll just get him a ticket. Like, Sentinel, you didn't see us?
Berlin.
Berlin, right.
I've already applied for my visa, please.
Oh, okay. Nice. Alright, guys, you heard it here first. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out Sleepy on his socials. I mean, I don't need to tell
Thank
you
you.
to check out Sentinel. You can check me out if you want to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to end our press conference right here. Thank you so much, everyone, for
Thank you,
coming.
guys.
Once again, thank you, Sentinel. Thank you, Sleepy, for taking your
Thank
time.
you,
And
Sleepy. Thank you, guys.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
we'll see you in about an hour on the TC channel. Chill. See ya.